In week 6, the league continued to be covered in piss as the Prismatic Shards took down the San Diego Skeledirge to remain undefeated at the top of the table. The Albuquerque Appletun extended their winning streak to 5 by sending the Doggies crashing to a 3rd straight defeat. The Alaskan Articunos followed up their shocking win over the Welsh Woobats with a hard-fought victory over Philadelphia Politoeds. Week 7 brings us 3 absolutely key matches. Next up, to attempt to stop the Prismatic juggernaut are the New York Latios. Can TCL outfox Weens and make this into an actual title race? Or will Weens keep the piss train rolling and aim for that undefeated season? San Diego Skeledirge, after losing to one streaking newcomer, jumped straight into the arena with another as they face down the Albuquerque Appletun. And Season 1's PsySpamming champion use that knowledge to his advantage and crush the hopes and dreams of Season 2's expanding force? Or will we teach Old Man Otter the new ways of 222? At the other end of the table, Philadelphia Politoeds face the blazing Brelooms in a match that will likely decide which of the two teams make the playoffs. With a full slate of replays this week, let's jump straight into the battles. Grab your snacks and get comfy, because this is going to be some intense competition with serious playoff implications. Let's kick things off with the East Austin Archeops versus the Alaskan Articunos. Will Tommy have his pitching hat back on this week? Can we finally see Chal get the win this season of his has deserved? He has brought so many fun teams and sets. Tommy brought so many. This is not going to be an easy battle for Tommy. I just want to see Chal get his first win. He's been an incredible addition to this league. Game 1. Crocodile and Electrode facing down Thunderous and Baxcalibur. Terra from the Articunos. Hit the backs. Getting some candles. Swagger. Okay. Oh, we got a Mirror Herb. Yes, we do. Oh my god, that's brilliant. Brick Break from the Crook, not doing a great deal to backs. Confusion, still gets off the Volt Switch. Does good damage to that Thunderous. Who's Chal got in the back? Dragonite. Icicle Crash into the Crocodile, +2. It's gone. Bizarrely, we see the Samurott. Do love these Aztec inspired, or at least I assume it's Aztec inspired nicknames that Chal has every week. You have to think that Dragonite's got to Terra. But it isn't. Razor Shell. Oh, I wonder what that Samurott set is. Is the Wild Bolt Storm. Misses on the water type. Does good damage to that Dragonite though. Eject button Dragonite. Huh. Wonder what his play is with that eject button. I'm really interested now. Electrode comes back out. Terra from Chal. Probably into the Electrode. Yep. Terra Ice. Yep. Terra Blast into Thundy's face. Thunder Wave doesn't affect. Terra Blast. Boom! Thunderous is gone. I'm pretty sure the crit didn't matter. X-Scissor, obviously expecting the switch. Nah. Not very effective. +2 Icicle Crash. They'll almost one-shot the Electrode. Out comes Flower Power. The evil mon that ruined my week last week. Max Protect. Volt Switch. Into the Protect. Razor Shell. Also into the Protect. Moonblast from the Florges. Ow. Straight one shot of the only thing that really threatened that Excalibur. Back comes the Dragonite. E-Speed. Oh, not enough. Giga Drain. Ooh. Is that going to be enough to save it from this Stomping Tantrum? Nope. Moonblast finishes up the Dragonite. Game 1 goes to Tommy. Excalibur. Absolute menace. Really interested to see what the plan was with that eject button Dragonite. Disappointed to not see it get off the strat properly. Game 2, game 2, game 2. What do we do if we're Chal? I think Breloom with the fast spores has got to come. Try and slow down Tommy's momentum a little bit. Between the fast spores and the priority Mach Punch, it can be a menace. Slow everything down a little bit. We see the Electrode and the Samurott, and Thundy Excalibur again. Is the swagger play going to work a second time? I'm not sure what you do to stop it if you're Chal. Obviously, you can't prankster into the Dark type Samurott. So the only thing you could do is protect the Electrode or switch into another Dark type like Crocodile, which would also get the Intimidate down on that Excalibur. There's the swagger into the Electrode. There's the birdies. There's the Mirror Herb. Birdies. Don't stop it getting off the Volt Switch. Actually didn't notice if that Crocodile was intimidating game 1. There's the Skeledirge. Okay. Ceaseless Edge into the backs does a good chunk of damage and gets the spikes up. Icicle Crash into the Skeledirge. Even at +2, that's a bulky Crocodile. Samurott switches out. Who've we got? Breloom. There's that Breloom. Wild Bolt Storm though. They're decently bulky. Oh, he got the para. Tommy hacks. There's a Stomping Tantrum. Takes out the Skeledirge. Oh, that's so unfortunate. That Breloom is no longer going to outspeed the Excalibur thanks to that paralysis. But it is still a threat that has to be removed. Samurott comes back on the field. There's the Ceaseless Edge. Good chunk of damage. More spikes. Wild Bolt Storm. Connects on both. Takes out the Breloom. Ah, so unfortunate. It crit the Breloom, but I don't think that mattered. Glaive Rush. Into the Samurott. Bye-bye, Samurott. Electro Ball versus the world. Now, if this Electro does target down the Excalibur, Excalibur does still have the double damage debuff from Glaive Rush till it moves again. This Electrode is faster. There's the Swagger. The Fusion. If this is going for Terra Blast, that'll make the Terra Blast physical. Potentially. There's a Giga Drain. Takes out the Thunderous with a crit. Again, don't think the crit mattered. It no longer resisted. There's another Glaive Rush. Oh, so strong. Tommy takes this 2-0. Excalibur popping off. That Swagger Mirror Herb strat though. Oh, I love it. It's so obnoxious. It's so good. GG's, well played to Tommy and to Chal. Blazing Brelooms versus Philadelphia Politoeds. Both teams have had a pretty slow and difficult start to the season. I'd say start, we're past the midpoint. Politoeds have one win, which came versus the East Austin Archeops. The Blazing Brelooms have 0 wins, but have yet to play the East Austin Archeops. So this match could go a long way to deciding which of these two teams make it into the playoff. A loss here for either side will effectively eliminate them from contention. The Politoeds do have that incredibly strong core 4 with Iron Hands, Goldengo, Water Ogerpon, and Chi-Yu. The Brelooms do have that incredibly strong Rain core of Thunderous Therian, Politoed, Rillaboom, and Basculegion. This is going to be a fascinating battle, and I would not like to pick a winner here. We do see that for Chris and the Politoeds. We do see the Frostlass and the Gliscor. Pretty much as you'd expect for the Brelooms, to be honest. Once again, we have the Fortress, new signing Haxorus, and Mimikyu. On we go into game 1. Goldengo hands for the Politoeds. Thunderous Politoed for the Brelooms. This is a pretty precarious position for the Brelooms. You've got the fake out pressure from Iron Hands. Potential nasty plot from Goldengo. There goes the Thunderous. Into Hacks. Fake out into what was the Thunderous. There's the nasty plot. Goldengo is getting set up. Icy Wind from Politoed. Speed drop's probably not going to matter to either of these Pokemon. So it's going to be interesting to see what Breloom has in mind. Politoed switches out. Back into the Thunderous. Expecting electric move into his Politoed. Dazzling Gleam from Goldengo completely wipes out that Haxorus. Sword Stance did not do anything. And there's that Wild Charge. Thunderous getting some HP back. Out comes the Basculegion. It's Swift Swim. That Basculegion is going to be the fastest thing on the field. Iron Hand switches out. Into the Frostlats. Terra from Chris, going to be into the Goldengo. Removing its ghost typing. Terra Dragon. Very good neutral typing on the Goldengo. Last respects, no longer enough. Wild Bolt Storm, definitely not enough. But it does do a huge chunk of damage and gets the para on the Goldengo. A huge chunk of damage on that incoming Frostlast. There's the Dazzling Gleam. Not going to be enough to take out either Pokemon on Breloom's side. Frostlast is very fast. So it could take out one of the two Mons on Starstreak's side of the field. Keeping that Goldengo safe. Goldengo actually switches out. That's interesting. Iron Hands comes back. Terra from Starstreak into the Thunderous. Now a pure flying type. Aqua Jet finishes off the Frostlast. Very good play there by Starstreak. The Cursed Body though does disable his priority move. Terra Blast into the Iron Hands. How is this going to eat it? Very, very well. Ogerpon now hits the field. That's not going to want to take that Flying Terra Blast. But it may outspeed the Thunderous. Last respects into the Ogerpon. Great damage, but the Horn Leech finishes off the fish. Rain has concluded. Politoed comes back out to re-enable the rain. Now, how is... Yeah, there's the Ogre Pawn with the Follow Me. Wild Bolt Storm. It doesn't do enough to either. Icy Wind. Nope. Speed Drop on the hands isn't going to matter. Speed Drop on the Ogre Pawn might, but the Heavy Slam is going to finish off the Thunderous. It's now Politoed versus the world. This is a bulky little frog, so it may have a chance. Horn Leech, not quite enough. And Hands will, of course, finish this job off. Yeah, Citrus Berry Recovery, not enough. Damage output just isn't it. Unfortunately, 4-star streak. There's the Wild Charge, finishing off the job. Game 1 goes to Philadelphia. What can Starstreak do to turn this around? The Haxorus getting deleted turn 1 was a massive, massive problem. I'd probably bring Mimikyu to this next one. It's a tough call against the Goldengo, but Shadow Sneak into it is just, especially if you can get a Sword Stance off while it nasty plots. A +2 Shadow Sneak is probably going to do a lot. And with it being Terra Dragon, Fairy coverage is going to be really, really helpful. Game 2. What are the leads? Frostlass Goldengo this time. Double Ghosties. Haxorus plus Thunderous for the Brelooms. Question is, can Haxorus survive? Ooh. Icy Wind. Oh, that's a lot of damage. And the speed drops. Clear Amulet, protecting Haxorus from that speed drop. Sword Stance comes out, but Dazzling Gleam going to finish the job. Sword Stance was not the play there. Born into the Frostlass. Politoed comes out, sets up the rain. Not really going to help in this situation though, I don't think. With the speed drop, Frostlass is going to go first. Helping Hand though. There's the Icy Wind. Yeah. Dazzling Gleam. Good chip, but it's not going to do much to a really bulky Politoed. Now we get the fish with the double boosted Last Respects. Frostlass switches out. In comes the Ogre Pawn. Terra going into the Goldengo. Removing that ghost typing. Last Respects. Still does a good chunk, but isn't enough. Another Dazzling Gleam. Icy Wind misses on the Goldengo. Oh no, that probably would have been enough. Skeledirge protects. Dingo protects. Get some extra leftovers recovery. Horn Leech into the Basket Legion. We're gonna get an icy wind off here. Gonna slow down the Ogre Pond. It's just not enough special attack investment on that Politoed. Too much into that Ogre. But Bengo switches out. And Hands hits the field. Helping Hands. Going to be a last respects. Going into the Ogre Pond. It finishes the job. Here comes the Frost Lass. Alright, from Star Street. To the Politoed. Paragraph. Oh. Paragrass in front of the Ice type. Shadow Ball not enough to pick up the KO on that Basket Legion. Liquidation into the Iron Hands. Does decent damage. Wild Charge saves the Politoed. Thanks to that grass typing. Gets the Citrus proc. Back up above half. Weather Ball in the rain. Is it going to be enough? No. That's unfortunate. Now we have no more rain. Legion protects, keeping itself around for one more turn. Shadow Ball goes into the Politoed. Gets the Spadef drop. Heavy Slam finishes the job. Not sure how many speed drops the Politoed have taken, but still a pretty fast Iron Hands. Shadow Ball into the Basket Legion finishes it off. That's a 2-0 victory for Chris and the Philadelphia Politoeds. Likely confirming their spot in the playoffs. Due to some unforeseen circumstances that Chairman Otter refuses to elaborate on, this week's battle between the Albuquerque Appletun and the San Diego Skeledirge had to be played on Showdown, breaking the streak. Up until this point, every single match this season had been played on cart in a Wi-Fi battle. What can you do? We work with the tools available. So let's get into the action. Now this is going to be an absolutely fascinating battle between this season's all-conquering PsySpam team versus the coach of last season's all-conquering PsySpam team. And lineups are, to be honest, kind of what I'd expect. Gozo Tatsu, PsySpam, Lemora, Annihilate for Wheeze. The PsySpam resists. Plus a Trickle and Reverser for Otter. This should be a good one. We have Dondozo plus Glamora for the Appletun. The Fable Rotom for the Dirge. Instant switch from Clefable into Heatran. That's Dondozo protects. Sludge Bomb from the Glamora into the Steel type does nothing. Nasty plot on the Rotom. Oh, I like it. I like it. Heatran terrors into water. Dondozo terrors it into poison. In front of an Earth Power Heatran. Sludge Bomb into the Rotom. Takes it below half. Rocks it Citrus Berry. Thunderbolt now resisted, but still what a ton of damage. And there's a Magma Storm connecting and finishing the job. The big fish is no more. Sagiri comes out. Sludge Bomb into Rotom again. Once again, not enough, but Muddy Water does finish the job. Earth Power into the Glamora, super effective. One hit knockout. Comes the Ape. And the Fable. Annihilate protects. Tatsugiri once again Muddy Water. Getting some really good chip damage off Rob. Magma Storm into the protecting Annihilate. Moonblast into Tatsugiri. 75% from a supposed support mon. Muddy Water, not enough to take out the Clefable. Bulk up on the Annihilate. Rocking the Mirror Herb. Oh, Magma Storm misses. Mirror Herb Heatran. Clefable encores the Ape into that bulk up. Muddy Water finishes off the Clef. Heatran's accuracy drops even further. There's the bulk up. +2. +2. Earth Power misses on the Tatsugiri. Dusk Noir comes out. Punching Glove Annihilate. Ooh. Heatran protects. Muddy Water again. This Tatsu is just sitting there being annoying. Spamming those Muddy Waters. Annihilate locked into that Encore. Tatsugiri gets cursed. Dusk Noir is now almost dead. But the curse finishes off the Tatsu. Annihilate versus the world. There's the Encore. +3. Magma Storm misses. Dusk Noir curses the Annihilate, sacrificing itself. Encore ends on the Ape. Heatran protects. Scouting to see what that Ape's going to do. There's a Drain Punch. that will be boosted by that punching glove. Curse takes it down to 50%. Double protect for the Heatran doesn't work. The Annihilate finishes the job. Game 1 goes to Appletun. That was a really interesting battle. I like the way Wheeze played that one out, because after he lost his Dondozo, before Tatsugiri could activate Commander, it looks like game over. Even more so when that Glamora went down. But we kept his cool, used Tatsugiri with that Muddy Water to chip away while he tried to get that Annihilate set up. From Otter's side, Magma Storm is a great move when it hits. With the accuracy drops from Muddy Water, not sure it was the right move to click. One hit from Earth Power, getting the special defense drop on the Annihilate could have been enough to finish the job there. But incredibly well played by Wheeze. That was impeccable play. Now, on to game 2. How will Otter respond? We have Heatran, Rotom for Otter. Facing off against Glamora plus Dondozo. So, same lead for Wheeze. Immediate swap to Tatsugiri this time. But we do have that Mirror Herb on the Heatran. Dondozo immediately into the Poison type. As Heatran protects. And so does Rotom. Order up into the protect. Out comes the Clefable. Heatran Terrors into the water type. Magma Storm misses. Those misses are starting to add up for Wheeze. There's the Wave Crash. Now resisted. Leftovers, giving back almost everything it lost. Follow me from Clefable. Earth Power. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Of course, that Omni Boost is insane. Order up into the Fairy type, completely immune. There's the Earth Power, finishes off the Dondozo. I have to imagine this is going to be a Moonblast from the Clefairy. Yes, it is. Oh, it's not enough to take out Tatsu. Out comes Glamora. Attack from Heatran. Sludge Bomb. Oh! Gets the poison. Leaves Clefable at 2%, but gets the poison. But Tatsugiri outspeeds anyway. Poison did not matter. Roaring Moon hits the field. Puts her into speed. It's going to be a really fast dragon. Here's the Acrobatics. Crit didn't matter. Tatsugiri's down. Super effective Earth Power. One shot the Glamora. And there's the ape. Acrobatics, crit may have actually mattered that time. But one hit KO. That was an incredible turnaround. The seeing the Mirror Herb on the Heatran game 1, I don't quite understand why we switched in Tatsugiri there. That was a kind of baffling play that I think led to his downfall in that match. But we are on to game 3. We haven't seen PsySpam yet. Will Wheeze leave the Dozo Tatsu behind and bring the PsySpam this time around? With the Moon plus Heatran, I'm not sure he can. Here we go, game 3. Roaring Moon plus Heatran for Otter. Dozo plus Lamora for Wings. We know that's a speed boosting Roaring Moon. Immediate switch there to Annihilate. As Heatran Terrors into the water type. Roaring Moon gets up a Tailwind. Earth Power into the Annihilate. 33% is a good chunk of damage. Order Up into the Roaring Moon. Wow! Over half without any boosts. Acrobatics takes out the ape. Earth Power resisted. Still does a good chunk to that Dondozo. Another Order Up. Finishes off the Roaring Moon. But Moon has done its job. Rotom comes out for Otter. Glamora for Wheeze. Glamora terrors into the grass type. Protect on Dondozo. Earth Power. Thunderbolt into the Protect. No nasty plot this time. Earth Power now resisted. Sludge Bomb. That's a good chunk to Heatran. Dondozo switches out for Tatsugiri. Thunderbolt does half to the Tatsu. Magma Storm actually hits this time and deletes that Glamora. Now we're going to get Dondozo on the field. Heatran's Mirror Herb is going to proc. Omni boosts all round. Protect on the Heatran. Thunderbolt. Wow, that's a good chunk of damage. Order Up into the Protect. Dondozo should go down to the Thunderbolt this turn. There's the Earth Power. Doesn't quite finish the job, but there's the Thunderbolt. Finishing off the Dozo. What a turnaround this was by Otter. Protect on the Heatran. Muddy Water. Resisted still does 26% to that Rotom. But this Thunderbolt will finish it off. And Old Man Otter, Chairman Otter, takes down PsySpam Pretender. Ooh. Weens has actually brought the bread dog. Wow. I was not expecting that. No Sinister. Pretty much as you'd expect from TCL. Since Zapdos joined the squad, he has found a really strong and settled core 6 that he knows he can rely on. Really want to see what that bread dog's going to do. Game number 1. Zapdos and Persian on the lead for the Latios. Bread Dog Typhlosion on the lead for the Piss. Flame Orb Persian. We're going to see some fling shenanigans, maybe? There's the Lava Plume. Boosting the defense on the Bread Dog. Getting some considerable damage and a burn on Zapdos. Volt Switch from the Thunderbird. Back he goes. TCL's big thinking about this one. Out comes Ursaluna. This is a little dangerous. Parting shot from the Persian. Dropping the attack of the dog. Now he goes back. You see double pivot turn 1. And Zapdos returns to the field. Body press into that Ursaluna. Not enough to get the KO, but that is some significant damage. And it's a leftovers Ursula. Okay. Now we've seen that this Typhlosion is Choice Scarf, so it is locked into Lava Plume, which of course, with the Bread Dog next to it, doesn't really matter. Going for the Terror. Ursaluna protects. This is going to do a lot of damage to that Zapdos. That's a +4 on Dash Button now. It doesn't quite get the KO. Thunderbolt finishes off the Typhlosion. Ween's Terror is down. The dog is at +4 defense. Those just hangs on after the burn damage. He nicknamed it King Gambit Sucker Punch. I love it. But now this should be the opportunity for TCL to get up a tailwind, to get the speed on his side. King Gambit does try to go for that Sucker Punch. It will fail. You are probably losing your Ursaluna over here though. He went for an attack and the Zapdos is down. Body press takes out the Ursaluna. Oh. Pretty sure that Zapdos would have been the fastest thing on the field. Don't fully know what the speed is on that dash button, but under Tailwind You have to imagine that the Ursaluna may have outsped. Protect on the Fluttermane. Protect by Kingambit. Switcheroo. He's trying to get the Flame Orb onto the Kingambit with a switcheroo. Love that. That is brilliant. Persian is now burnt. Persian is also now on a timer. Sucker Punch fail. What's... Oh, Pain Split Fluttermane. PCL's got all of the tech today. There's the switcheroo. Kingambit will now be burnt. And the black glasses go over to the Persian, but it gets KO'd. Punch deals about half to that Fluttermane. That's not insignificant damage considering that a +1 burnt Kingambit. And there's another howl. So that will even out the damage. So this Fluttermane is not long for this world. Sucker Punch fails again. There's the Pain Split. Flutter heals all the way back to full. But gets yawned. Kingambit protects. Shadow Ball into Dash Bun. Doesn't quite take it out. Another howl. We're now +3 burnt Kingambit, which should even out to about a +1. But the Fluttermane goes to sleep. One Kowtow Cleave and this should be over. There it is. It was an Iron Head, not a Kowtow Cleave. But game 1 goes to Weens. Game 2, and on TCL, I'm not sure I'm expecting the Dash Bun Typhlosion strat again. So, an interesting set on that Fluttermane with the Shadow Ball, Pain Split, Protect. I don't know what the other move is, but it's stuck around long enough. But I think had he switched in to block one of the body presses into Ursaluna, may have been able to keep the bear around a bit longer to help deal with that Kingambit. The Persian switcheroo tech was nice, but I'm not entirely sure it's going to work a second time. What else does he have? Take out Kingambit. Is it a Trick Room Flutter maybe? That's a Trick Room Flutter. I think that could help a lot here. Lead Persian Flutter. Fake out with Persian into Trick Room. Ursaluna's in the back. Goodra's in the back. I think if it is a Trick Room Flutter, that is exactly the direction I'd go. Typhlosion Scarfed. Ursaluna underspeeds the King Gambit, underspeeds the Iron Thorns. Goodra, being a pure dragon type, has some really nice resistances. Yeah, I think that's where I would go. For Weens, I was surprised not to see the Monkey Dory on lead with Fake Out, with that massive stab, sidekick and poison damage. Maybe that's the switch up we see for game 2. Maybe it's Weird Dog number 4. We did only see 3 mons in that first game. Here we go. Game number 2. This very, very important battle at the top of the table. There's all Goodra. Monkey Dory, Typhlosion. Oof. That Scissor's in a lot of trouble. Saltvests Scissor, Chesto Berry, Goodra. So we've got some Chesto Resto strats going on. You have to imagine you're going to see an eruption come out here. You're also going to see a switch. No switch. Instead we see a Terror on the Scissor. Terror Water. Okay. But what does it have? Yeah, that eruption does nothing. Oh, it's got Grass Knot. Acid Armor. Okay. Knock off. Scarf is gone. Almost one-shots the Typhlosion. I think the Typhlosion living actually helps TCL here. Monkey Dory is the one that switches though. Out comes Red Dog. We see a double pivot. Okay. There's the King Gambit. So we're going to get some howls. There's a Bullet Punch. Almost one shot with a crit. And Stomping Tantrum. Not quite enough. Now the Scissor obviously will not live Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch, I believe, will go before Bullet Punch. We've seen it's an Assault Vest Scissor, so it's got to attack or switch. Did go for the Bullet Punch. He called Ween's bluff. Goodra gets off another Acid Armor. It's a +4 defense on the Goodra. Kowtow Cleave. Finishes off the Scissor. Wow, this is a close battle. The adjustments that TCL has made here, phenomenal. Out comes the Monkey Dory. And out comes the Big Bear. The Big Bear can't Terror, so it is going to be weak to that Grass Knot from the Monkey Dory. Ursaluna instantly switches out into Zapdos. Baiting that Grass Knot. Terror into the King Gambit. Into the Flying type. No longer weak to those ground moves. Or the possible body press from Goodra. There's a Stomping Tantrum. Into Monkey Dory. Does a lot of damage. Kowtow Cleave. Not a lot to the Goodra. Monkey Dory goes. Explosion returns. It's a Choice Scarf, Zapdos. There's a Thunderbolt. Oh! Something finishes off the Typhlosion. That was a lot of damage to that King Gambit. Kowtow Cleave. Then pick up the Zapdos. Return of the Monkey. Punch finishes off Zapdos. Brick. Sending some choice specs over to the Goodra. Stomping Tantrum. Does finish off the Monkey Dory. That does mean with that trick, Goodra is not going to be able to rest and wake up straight away. Not entirely sure that's going to be relevant though. TCL evens it up at 1 apiece. We are going to game 3. That was a very smart turnaround there from TCL. What will game 3 have in store for us? What adjustments will Weens now make? Will we see a Trick Room Flutter from TCL? Here we go. After 2 extremely fast-paced games, we are now flying into game 3. Ursaluna Goodra on the lead for TCL. Ironthorn's Monkey Dory for Weens. Frisk not as valuable in game 3. Ursaluna switches out. Scizor returns. After some impressive damage in that game 1. In that game 2, I should say. Game 1. Iron Thorns puts its bug hat on. Trick sends some choice specs over to Goodra once again. Rock Blast. 2, 3, 4. That's got to be a loaded dice set. Stomping Tantrum. Nothing versus the bug. You have to think now that Goodra is either going to be Stomping Tantrum into the Monkey Dory or it's going to switch. Monkey Dory switches out, expecting that Stomping Tantrum. Out comes the Bull. Getting Intimidate down on these 2 physical attackers. Rock Blast goes out into the Goodra. Doing some significant damage. That, with that final hit crit. No, it's a 5-shot. Stomping Tantrum, doing nothing. Loaded Dice gets knocked off by Sizzle. Wild Charge into the Sizzle. Doesn't quite pick up the KO. Wave Crash into the Goodra. Finishes it off. Aerial Ace into the dog. Super effective, but of course not stab. But it has brought it down under half. There's the Flutter Mane. Speed boosting, Shadow Balling, Paradox, Mischievous. Tauros leaves the field to be replaced by the monkey. Terra from TCL into the Flutter Mane. Terra Electric. Only one weakness for that Flutter now, being ground. Thunderbolt and Lightning into what was the Tauros. That's just under half to the Monkey Dory. King Gambit hits the field. Flutter protects. There's all Bullet Punch. Next to nothing after that Intimidate. Rock Blast goes to the Protect. After two very fast-paced games, we are now into really slow read after read game, and that Thunderbolt almost picks up the Iron Thorns. Crucially doesn't, and that allows it to take out the Sizzle. That's our cleave into the Flutter Mane. Holy! Invisible Sash keeping the Flutter around. One protect. Two protect. Pain Split for the King Gambit. Ice Punch for the Iron Thorns. King Gambit leaves. Return of the Monkey. Flutter Mane protects. Rock Blast. Not going to do anything here. What's the Ursaluna doing this time? There's the Ice Punch again. Finishes off the Iron Thorns. Bull takes the field, gets the Intimidate down on the bear. Ursaluna protects. Aqua Jet from the Bull finishes off the Flutter Mane. Graphnot blocked by the bear. Ursaluna standing alone. Not going to be standing for much longer. Wave Crash finishes the job. Weens after a really hard fought game 3. Stays undefeated.